Hi, I'm Tony Fleming, and this is Fleming's Ultimate Garage. Hey everybody, thanks for joining us on today's new arrival. 66 Fairlane GT Convertible, real GT Convertible, with a picture book of the restoration. Kind of want to show that to you real quick. Walk around the car and see the effort that's gone into this, and it is a nut and bolt. It was done at one time a frame off restoration. It's really, really nice. So come on up here and let's check out a couple things. Like, this is kind of cool because this picture right here shows the way the car like started life as. It wasn't a perfect car. If it was a perfect car, it wouldn't have had this kind of money spent on it. But as you flip through the pictures, you can see how the car gets completely disassembled. Any rust that was in here has been cut out. Okay? Metal welded in, not body filler. And as it keeps going, you know, you see it start to evolve. Engines out, engines rebuilt, you know, all these good things that are done to the car. Interior is changed to be a little more stock, but also be comfortable too. Look at just the paint's done. You know, this is the kind of stuff that you know you want to keep with a car that you get like this. It's just, it says that, hey, the money's been spent. And the truth of the matter is, like, this is the way you buy a car. You don't restore a car on your own unless, you know, maybe you and your dad rode around in it together. But it's just so expensive to do that you really can't do it and ever break out of it. So anyway, I got a couple things I want to walk around. I want to show you the paint, because the paint on the car is really very nice. They call it silver blue metallic. And it's nice enough that it has nice clarity for all the letters there. I want you to be able to see, like, the guy's watch, like what time it is in there. And this is the kinds of things you should be doing. If you're looking on the internet, you need to be making sure that you can see all those things clearly on the pictures. Pictures can hide a lot of stuff. Video, and this is you know, like high def video here, and it shows you everything that you need to make a decision. In pictures, you can hide a lot of that stuff. But let's take a peek under the hood, because here's certain things. Now don't forget too, that all the Fairlane's popular, not all the parts are available for these cars. So when you walk around this car and you see that the stainless is beautiful and the chrome is beautiful, a lot of stuff was sent out, a lot of these parts were found, a lot of these parts were like new old stock and things like that, and that's how you get to a car of this level. Look at the detail here, all in here. Power steering. You forget to ask, because today's all these cars have power steering. This is a very nice feature to have. Power steering in here. Detailed engine with the 289. We have the stock air cleaner and things like that to go in the car. I think this is a nice touch, and I don't hate it, but it comes with it, so you can put either air cleaner you want on the car, especially if you're going to show the car, you might want to do that. It's got the nice call outs right there. It's got the washer bag right here, and everything is detailed nicely. And this is a nice little feature. It's not a lot of money, but it's a cool feature. Like, check this out here. It's got this little green knob. You just turn the green knob a quarter of a turn, and it turns the power off to the car. So if you don't drive it a lot, it'll allow you to have a fresh battery when you go start it. All painted and wet sanded underneath here too. Paint here is nice and deep. Okay, and part of the stuff that we talked about for things like these bezels here that maybe aren't reproduced anymore, you have to find things like a new old stock, and like the chrome of this bumper. Maybe it's replated, maybe it's a new one, but not everything is available, and there's a lot of time and effort that goes into restoring these cars, and that's how you get to this. To these things here. Great sounding dual exhaust. I want to show you real quick the detail under here if we could. Look at the rear, it's nicely detailed. Exhaust is all done, suspension, things like that. All right, check this out. It's kind of cool when you go to a car show. You got the trunk that's detailed all in here. And like we talked about earlier, here's a stock air cleaner. This is stock valve covers too. It has the dress up package on it. But just to give you an idea, the level, you can bolt these on. You don't have to repaint them. You don't have to do anything. You just bolt them right back on, and you have a stock engine compartment if that's what you wanted. Some people like the chrome. I left it on there because I thought it looked nice, and but you have it your way, and that's what's great about it. You got your jacking instructions here. You got the right mat. Look at this. Full-size spare, detailed jack. These are the little things. You may say, no big deal, no big deal. Look at a lot of cars that you're looking at on the internet, and a lot of them won't even have a spare, let alone the detailed jack and the trunk all done the way it is, with fresh seals and what have you. All right, let's check out the inside for a minute. Okay, little stuff like, for instance, the footwell lighting that lights up. That may not seem like a big deal to you, but you don't know how many people's hands have been under the dash in the last 40 or 50 years of these old cars. And to get that stuff to work a lot of times can actually take all day just to get that part to work. Detailed in here, original AM/FM radio, a couple extra auxiliary gauges right there. Nice seats too. Now listen, this car probably came with all vinyl. They stitched in cloth in here so it would be comfortable, especially in the summertime. This is nice to be able to sit on this. And what we do for a lot of people is this right here. It's kind of an old style radio. What we can do is upgrade that unit right there to an AM/FM CD satellite sound system that's hidden in the glove box, so it still looks like old school, but you get all your tunes and things like that. You can plug your iPod in and what have you, and it's not a lot of money, especially since there's already something in there. This is kind of cool. I like this too. Flashes. But even everything when you close it sounds good. Cruise-o-matic, automatic, headlights, wipers, fan, heat, all that stuff works, man. All that stuff is, that's what you're paying for when you get a car restored, is all those things to make sure they work, and they're very expensive to get done. And the reason I wanted to walk you around like every aspect of this car is because this is the stuff that's, I know I keep saying it over and over and over, but since we do this all the time, I know it's very expensive to restore these cars, and when you can get stuff that's already done, turnkey and ready to go. And that's the idea that we're offering you here. It's like you get to take this car, you can go ahead and purchase this car from us. We've changed the oil, checked the coolant, brake lines, hoses, belts, all the mechanical stuff to make sure it works. The headlights work, the turn signals work. You say, okay, well, they're supposed to. That's not true, because 9 times out of 10, when I get a car here from somebody, most of that stuff doesn't work. And we spend almost $3,000 per car just getting the cars ready. So if you think the price is a little higher on some of our cars here, think about this. We spend all that money getting the car ready, and we include free enclosed door-to-door shipping to your house. So the idea is, when this beautiful tractor trailer pulls up and lowers the vehicle out of the back, and all their neighbors and everything come out, what Jimmy get, what did Jimmy get? And this car pulls out, and you turn the key, hit the gas, and take whoever it is you want to go and go for a ride, because the oil's been changed, it's got gas in the back, and it's got a tag on it. So that's the idea. Turnkey, ready to go. This is a nice touch here. So you got the road wheels, just like you would have gotten on the Mustangs that year, and the red lines. And the nice thing about these red lines is the redline radials. Redline radials, obviously, when you went to a radial tire in the beginning of the 70s, it just changed the drivability of these cars by 50%. They didn't get stuck in ruts, they didn't get hard in the wintertime, and they just made the whole experience even nicer. Yeah, I just wanted Justin to be able to show some of the detail underneath here, kind of what you're getting. Just a nice car that's really ready to go and drive. All right, in closing up the video on here, what we're talking about is a real GT convertible, power top. We talked about the power steering, great paint, restoration photos, and all the things that make for summertime cruising a really great experience. Somehow you can find a way to get, and this is a great body style on top of it. It seats 6 people if you want to, so it's a great beach car. You can take a couple couples out with you, or just a family, or just cruise, or whatever. It's got seat belts in it, and it's ready to roll. We saw how detailed the trunk was, the engine compartment. It's a pretty fine example of a really nice Fairlane. So call us 301-816-1000, and we'll tell you all about it.